Today, we're gonna focus on one person for pretty much the whole time, a guy named Jesus. Probably you've all heard of him. If you haven't, well, he's Jesus. He's a pretty good guy. In fact, he is the most likable guy ever. Jesus is so easy to like and so easy to love. I mean, he is just so likable. He's so lovable. In fact, even if you're not a Jesus follower and you don't like church and you don't like Christians, thanks for being here, by the way, you probably are okay with Jesus. His followers sometimes are terrible, but he's pretty great. He's so likable, he's so lovable. In fact, did you know that other even world religions like and love Jesus? In Islam, for instance, Jesus is considered to be one of the highest and greatest prophets to have ever lived. In the Baha'i faith, they look at Jesus as being one of many, but one of a manifestation of God. So, I mean, he's kind of a big deal in the world of religion. In fact, if we were to line up all the religious leaders of all the different religions, Jesus, he kind of stands out in a way. He's kind of like the Mr. Congeniality of religion. He's just so likable and so lovable. And the reason is because of the way he lived and the way he loved. So for 3 years, these 12 disciples followed Jesus around and watched and learned all about the love that he kept displaying. I mean, no wonder everybody liked and loved Jesus. And he looks at him and he says, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." And when they heard that, I think they all went, "Oh, wait a minute. That's like a level up of the old command we've been working off of." In fact, there's like this OG rule we've been working off of, not original gangsters, the original golden rule that we've been living out of. The original golden rule to treat other people the way that you want to be treated. Now, it's hard to imagine, but if you could put yourself in their shoes or sandals, whatever they were wearing at the time, and think about what it would be like to hear this, it's kind of fascinating, right? Like, I imagine those 12 guys sitting around the table, heard this new command from Jesus and thought, yeah, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense. We've been following Jesus. We've been following you for 3 years. We've watched how likable, how loving you are. We can do that. Like we can treat people the way that you have been treating people. We can love people the way that you have been loving people. I mean, when we bump into lepers, instead of like yelling and running, maybe we can be more loving. Like maybe we can even kind of get near them and have a conversation with them. We can be more loving. Surely we can do that. Isn't it funny that they had no idea? They had no idea how far-reaching God's love was about to be. They had no idea what it really was gonna look like to fulfill that brand new commandment. I bet they kind of feel the way that we do, right? Because when we come across this new command, we understand how difficult it really is. In fact, I think we would all say that when it comes to Jesus, loving Jesus is way easier than loving like Jesus. And you know why it's so difficult to do this well? You know why it's so hard to fulfill that new commandment well? I bet you do. It's because of those people. Those people are the worst, man. Like, it is so hard to love those people. You know who those people are, right? Like, it's that group of people who are just impossible to love. Now for some of you, that may be like an individual person, maybe, I don't know, maybe your mother-in-law or something. Not my mother-in-law. In case you're watching, you are not one of these people, okay? These people have them, not you. We love you, thank you. So, not mine, but maybe yours, or maybe it's an uncle or an aunt or a cousin, I don't know, a coworker. Oftentimes though, those people are kind of this category of people, aren't they? Like, let me explain it. Like maybe those people to you, maybe it's those people who still write checks at the grocery store. Who does that, you know? Come on, those people. Maybe those people are the ones who pull up to the four-way stop and have no ability to figure out who got there first. And they just mess everything up for everybody, you know those people? Or those people who drive below the speed limit in the left-hand lane when you are clearly trying to go around them, you know those people? There's a lot of driving related those people, by the way. If I could needle just a little bit, we all have those people, right? And we often all have categories of those people. Maybe for you, maybe, I don't know, but maybe for you, there's a political version of those people. Like maybe it's that other party. And you know that, I mean, they're just wrong. They're just wrong. They're those people though for you. Maybe there's like a racial version of those people for you. Or maybe there's a generational version of those people for you. or maybe there's a gender version or maybe a lifestyle version of those people. And you know enough about those people to not like them. And when you think about those people, it just makes you frustrated. And it definitely makes you wonder if living out that new commandment to love one another, if they count in the one another category, I'm not so sure I can love them, right? In fact, for a minute, who are those people for you? Like, don't yell it and don't elbow anybody for sure. But who are those people in your life? Who are those people? See, it's easy to imagine Jesus loving those people because he's Jesus. He loved everybody. Like, if he had a superpower, it was love. He's like Captain Love. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. Like, we can imagine Jesus loving those people in our life, but us loving those people, it just seems crazy. Here's why. When we come across this new verse, this new commandment, right? A new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. When we come across this, honestly, it's easy just to skip over it when it comes to those people. Like, we'll take it seriously in our marriage or maybe in our dating relationships. Don't do this at the same time, but you get the point, right? Like with our kids, maybe. We take it seriously with coworkers because that's important. There's a direct benefit to us too. But when it comes to those people, living this out, it just seems impossible. It doesn't even seem worth it. But maybe this will help you. Loving one another creates a hunger to understand one another, which, by the way, allows us to better love one another too. Because the more you're able to understand someone, the better you're able to love them. And the more that you lean into empathy, the more you're able to understand and kind of share in those feelings. It's exactly what Jesus did for you. And it's really exactly what the new command is asking of you.